But Adam Murphy, Steph from That Theatre Life, thank you so much for being here today.
That's okay, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. What is it about this musical you're most excited about?
I'm really excited for Melbourne to see this musical. We did a production of it in Sydney earlier this year, and I found that the audience reactions were just amazing, coming out of stage door and seeing people still emotional and wiping tears away and really affected by the piece. It's a really special piece of theatre. Not just a musical, but it could be a play on its own. It's just got such a great story, an in-depth story, and really clear, well-written characters.
Great. Do you see any of yourself in your character, Bruce?
I mean, we're the same height. No, I'm just joking. I see Bruce is quite different to me. He's quite different to any character I've played before. I mean, he was a real person, so there's a responsibility to honour that. I mean, he's a father and a husband, and that's probably where the similarities end. I mean, he's a lover of art and literature, and I don't have the love as much as he did, because he really loved it. I was saying to someone before, I found rehearsing this character, a lot of his actions and his instincts are quite different to mine. So I had to really look at the character and look at the writing and understand why he would say that or do that or act that way. So, but I like playing characters who aren't like me, because I get to walk in somebody else's shoes, I guess. Yeah.
How have you found working alongside the rest of the cast?
Everyone is fantastic in the show. I mean, I know that's a cliche and everyone says it, but we were lucky in Sydney to have such a fantastic company and cast, and equally lucky in Melbourne. There's about half, a bit of a change, but everyone just, they want to honour the piece, they want to do their best work, everyone gets along, we're all very supportive of each other, and it's just a really great working environment.
Do you have a favourite song or number from the show?
I mean, one of the songs you just saw, I like performing in that song, Raincoat of Love, because Bruce's journey is quite dark, and the songs I get to sing can be a bit dark and a little bit layered. It's all in, what's going on in his mind. So Raincoat is, at least I can crack a smile and can sing a good 70s tune with, before it changes. I mean, it's just like a dream sequence, really. So it's just nice to have that little breather and sing along with that song.
Then I guess you could say Fun Home deals with some serious themes.
It does. It deals with, poor old Bruce. He was living a double life in a way. He never really, I don't know if he accepted who he was himself, but he felt like he couldn't step out of the closet and be who he was. I think he felt like he had a family and he had his standing in the community, and he wanted to upkeep that. And it was also a different time, I guess. But I feel like if only he just was who he was and just accepted that, then his story would have been different. It would have changed. And I think that's what Fun Home is about, really, is finding out the truth and accepting the truth and accepting who you are.
How do you as an actor prepare yourself for those serious themes?
Yeah, it's a tough one, because you can get very involved in the emotion of the piece. It hits you when you least expect it, and I think as an actor that you got to be careful with that, because you need to know what that emotion is, and you need to know how to hit that emotion at the right time. But if it overcomes you and it stops you from carrying on, moving forward, you kind of, I don't know, it can overtake you, and it can take your breath away, and that's useful at times. But I just have to step back a little bit, because it can be quite overwhelming.
How is Fun Home different from other shows you've worked on?
Fun Home could exist, as I said, as a play. It's just such a rich, honest, truthful story, and the music just elevates those moments to another level. I think also, there's, I think it's the first show to have a female lesbian protagonist in the lead role, and I think that's interesting and important. And so it's quite different. Also, there's no interval; it goes straight through. So you go on the journey. There's no way you could have stopped what happens in the show because you would just lose something. You have to keep going on that journey to the end. Yeah.
And lastly, what would you like people or potential audience members to know?
What would I like them to know? Oh, that's an interesting question. It's so open. It could be anything. I would want the audiences to know that we are thrilled to be in the theatre, ready to perform Fun Home for our audiences in Melbourne. We're loving being back. We've done all the right things to make sure that we hit that stage opening night. And it's going to be a special night in the theatre every night.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you.